I won't let you near Bai Lu again. Zhang Linghe blocks Dylan Wang at the hospital. A scene so electrifying it will haunt you. Word count. Approximate. 2000. Excerpt below. Let me know if you'd like the full version. Act 1. The confrontation unfolds. Rain lashes the hospital entrance, turning the pavement into a mirror of shattered hopes or broken expectations. The sliding doors hiss open, revealing Dylan Wang. Towering, charismatic, nerves visible in his stiff posture. His eyes lock with hers, Bai Lu, pale but defiant, standing behind. Suddenly, a shadow sweeps in. Zhang Linghe, long strides decisive, face unreadable as he plants himself between them. I won't let you near Bai Lu again, he declares, words that slice through the hospital's sterile hum like a blade. The hush that follows is deafening. Act 2. An ocean in a gaze. Zhang's crimson eyes blaze with fierce protectiveness. Rain drips from his lashes, tracing cold lines down his cheek. Behind him, Bai Lu stumbles, caught between shock and gratitude. The tension is taut. High above, neon lights flicker, casting fractured reflections across the trio. Dylan attempts to push forward, lungs trembling. Let me see her. He begins, but his voice is drowned by the roar of thunder. For a heartbeat, it's not just a hospital lobby, it's the edge of a battlefield, where hearts wage war without swords. Act 3. Storm within, storm without. Lightning cleaves the sky, illuminating Zhang's jaw, clenched, unyielding. The rain intensifies, sheets hammering windows. Each drop is a drumbeat in this war of emotion. Cut to Bai Lu. Her hands twitch, one gripping her own shirt, the other brushing against Zhang's sleeve. It's a tiny, electric moment that speaks volumes. She doesn't move forward, but she doesn't pull back either. Act 4. Words unspoken, promises made. Zhang leans in, voice a low growl drowned by wind. You cross this line, and there's no coming back. He repeats, softer. I mean it. Dylan's eyes falter. His sincerity is pure, but against Zhang's wall of intensity, it seems feeble, exposed. He takes half a step back, rain soaking his shirt. In that retreat lies acceptance. Not defeat, but respect for the line he cannot cross. Act 5. A moment frozen in time. The rain slows. Zhang's stance softens. He doesn't release the tension, but he eases it ever so slightly. Bai Lu exhales, leaning into his shoulder, her silent gratitude more powerful than anything spoken out loud. Outside, the city lights blur through the rain-soaked glass as the trio remains locked in this emotional tableau. Behind the scenes, chemistry that ignites. Fans who've witnessed Zhang Linghe and Bai Lu's on-screen chemistry know it's not just performance, it's alchemy. Scenes of their lingering gazes, subtle touches, and overwhelmingly romantic energy have sparked speculation and admiration across social media. One fan wrote, "Mr. Linghe, you need to stop." That was actually legitimately truly hot. The way his head dropped in the crook of her neck, hers comforting him, that's so true to real life, but also spot on. Reddit. They've created unforgettable on-screen moments, scenes of tenderness and tension that fans revisit again and again, hungry for every stolen glance or brush of fingers. Reddit. Min News. Final scene, legacy of a stand. As rain finally relents outside, they step back, Zhang still between them, Bai Lu silent, Dylan respectful. It's not defeat he carries, but understanding. Zhang's promise hangs in the cold air. He will always stand guard for her. And as the blinking hospital lights return to their steady hum, something deeper shifts, loyalty, love, and a boundary drawn with unwavering clarity. Won't let you near Bai Lu again. The hospital confrontation, extended scene. The automatic doors slid open with a sterile hiss, but what unfolded beyond them was anything but sterile. It was chaos wrapped in silence. The kind of silence that screams. Dylan Wang stepped into the hospital entrance, his steps heavy but determined, soaking wet from the relentless August rain. His hair clung to his forehead, his jaw tense, eyes shadowed by something darker than regret, a storm he carried inside. Every nurse behind the front desk paused as if they instinctively sensed something about to erupt. The hospital lobby, normally echoing with the soft shuffle of slippers and murmured conversations, now seemed caught in a collective breath it didn't dare release. Then a flash of movement. Like a soldier intercepting an enemy, Zhang Linghe emerged from the corridor, blocking Dylan's path. He was composed, but only on the surface. Underneath the calm was a man barely holding back the wildfire rising in his chest. Dylan stopped in his tracks. Zhang didn't flinch. Their eyes locked, and in that one moment, the entire hospital became a coliseum. Two kings, one hurt, one furious, facing off in the quiet before a storm of words. "You're not seeing her," Zhang said flatly, voice low but sharp, like the strike of a blade drawn without warning. "I won't let you near Bai Lu again." His tone didn't just carry conviction, it carried history.
Pain.
Promises made behind closed doors. The space between them was war. Dylan's jaw flexed. His voice, when it came, was drenched in frustration. "She's not a prisoner. She asked to see me." Zhang didn't budge. "And I'm telling you, you've done enough." Behind them, a nurse holding a clipboard ducked behind a potted plant, peeking out like she was watching a K-drama unfold in real life. Two security guards exchanged looks but dared not approach. Even the elevator dinged in the background and decided not to open its doors. Dylan's gaze flickered toward the hallway behind Zhang, as if just a glimpse of Bai Lu would be enough to ground him again. But Zhang took a single step forward, cutting off his line of sight with calculated precision. "Every time you come near her, you reopen wounds that are still bleeding," Zhang continued, voice dangerously calm. "She's finally resting, finally healing, and you walk in here like some tragic hero thinking you can fix it all with one apology." Dylan's breath caught. He didn't respond immediately. His eyes narrowed, the corner of his mouth twitching like he wanted to speak, but didn't trust the words not to explode. Rain still falling outside, but inside, everything was burning. Zhang's shoulders rose and fell slowly, breathing as though each inhale required effort. He wasn't here to perform. He wasn't posturing. He meant every word. "She cried the entire night last week because of you," he said, voice now barely more than a whisper. "You didn't see it. You never do. You come in, say a few lines that sound like love, and then leave her to pick up the pieces." Dylan flinched, not because he disagreed but because he knew. Deep down, he knew. But it was more than that. "I didn't come to hurt her," he said, quieter now. "I came because I couldn't stay away." Zhang's eyes flicked with fire.
Exactly.
"You couldn't stay away. Not because of her, but because you need her." The words were surgical, slicing right to the ego, and leaving no room for misinterpretation. Bai Lu's name was a bomb between them. It was more than just a name now. It was a gravity field. A battleground. A reason for both men to stand in defiance, one out of guilt, the other out of protection. At that moment, Zhang's phone buzzed in his pocket. He didn't even look. His attention was laser-focused on the man in front of him. "You think this is about jealousy?" Zhang said, eyebrows raised ever so slightly. "You think I'm standing here like some cliché second lead trying to win her over?" Dylan didn't reply, because he had thought that. And now, confronted with the raw power in Zhang's stance, he realized just how wrong he was. "This isn't about me and you," Zhang continued. "This is about the fact that when she broke, I was the one holding her.
Not you.
And when she wakes up screaming in the middle of the night, I'm the one who calms her down.
Not you."
Thunder cracked outside, as if echoing the fury in his words. Then came the final blow. Zhang stepped even closer, his presence now almost suffocating. "I'm not asking," he said coldly. "I'm telling you. If you care about her even half as much as you say you do, walk away. Right now." Dylan's eyes gleamed. Not with tears, but something more volatile. Resentment? Regret? A mixture of both. His hands curled into fists at his sides. The desire to fight surged through his veins, but he wasn't even sure what he wanted to fight for anymore. "I won't fight you," he said, voice nearly gone. "But I won't stop loving her." Zhang didn't blink. "That's fine. Just don't do it near her." Final freeze frame. One man leaves, the other stays. Dylan looked down at the floor, then up, his eyes scanning the hallway once more. He knew she was back there, fragile, recovering, unaware of this storm raging at her doorstep. He took a slow breath. And then, with a final glance at Zhang, he turned and walked away. His silhouette disappeared behind the glass doors as the rain swallowed him whole. Zhang stood alone, muscles tight, fists clenched, heart pounding like a war drum beneath his ribs. Only then, did he let out the breath he'd been holding.
He didn't win.
He just protected what mattered. To be continued. This wasn't the end. It was only the beginning of a battle between past and present, guilt and healing, history and possibility. And at the center of it all was Bai Lu, still unaware of the firestorm brewing in the hospital lobby. But one thing was now undeniable. Zhang Linghe would stand between her and the world if he had to. So once again, from all of us at K-Romance Central, thank you for joining us on this journey. If this story touched your heart, if it made you believe in love again, or if you just want to stay updated on every twist in this breathtaking saga, backhand index pointing right, don't forget to subscribe and click that notification button for more juicy K-drama updates. Because this is K-Romance Central, and here, we don't just report stories. We bring the romance to life. Sparkling Heart.